Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy.
With important matters.
Okay. So it looks like Morthal is done. At least that's all that I'm gonna do of Morthal. There's a book I might be able to find later to give to her. And then this is for the good of Morthal, deliver the letter to Captain Aldous. It sounds like political stuff, which is probably managed by the main quest. When, people change allegiances. So, the next thing I'm going to do is Thieves Guild. I am going to drop Kaidan off at Breeze Home. It's not even necessarily that this is ethically ambiguous. The reason is because he really is crap at stealth. He talks all the time. It's really immersion breaking. And there are several parts of that quest that do require that your stealth be decent. And several parts of the quests where you are, incapacitated or in secret places. And it just doesn't make any sense to have him brought along with you. So I'm gonna pet my babies. Hello, guys.
Are you good? Nothing's bothering you?
I'm great, sweetheart. Let's rest here.
This is my favorite part of the day.
Be happy, love. Love you, Ironclaw. Love you, Miko. So the next several sections I don't think are going to involve Kaidan because I'm going to do Thieves Guild and then the next town is Ravenrock. He can't go along for that. I'm not going to bring him along for Assassin's Guild because, again, just for procedural reasons, beyond roleplay or ethics, his chances of blowing my stealth are way too high. Okay. So my skills should be good enough to start the Thieves Guild. I don't even remember if I've already started it. I'll just head to Riften and find out. He's either in the Bee and Barb. Yeah, I think I avoided talking to him before. I do know this quest line fairly well. I shouldn't get lost much.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry.
Hey, Brynjolf. I'm sorry, what?
I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of
They
it,
must be
honestly.
standing over the bathhouse or
I
something.
can tell.
Interesting. My wealth is none of your business.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lass.
Oh, am I?
Wealth is my business.
Okay.
Maybe you'd like a taste.
What do you have in mind?
I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid.
What do I have to do?
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
Okay, I'll do it, but why plant the ring on Branche?
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. I'll be out in the market all day, from 8 in the morning until 8 in the evening. Meet me then, if you've still got the stomach for it.
Okay,
I'll be at the market come morning.
I love this voice
You
actor. I
better be
really
there,
do.
too.
And he does the
Look,
voice
I
of
already said
Vivek
Shadra
in
doesn't owe me
Elder
a
Scrolls
thing, so get off my
Online.
back.
It's almost daylight. Great voice actor. And I just despaired that that great voice actor was the only one I was unmarriageable. Made me very upset. Now, there is supposed to be some commentary and content with Kaidan, but I haven't really done it. It's probably a rivalry thing, and I personally am not into that.
Working at the Rift and
I
Fishery is
believe
tough.
that
I would put some
although
thought into it.
possessiveness is fine, in a way, as far as you're mine and I'm yours because we agreed to that, jealousy is not. It is, for me, more of a sign of a weak relationship than a strong one. So I don't want to subject Kaidan to that. And I don't really want to play
Make
characters
love
that
like a saber cat, or
torture
crush your
Kaidan.
enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Oh my god.
Okay, lass. Ready to make some coin?
I want to buy an elixir. No, I don't. I'm ready. Let's get this started.
Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
This should be a breeze at this point.
Everyone!
When I try to do this
gather
at level 3, not so
have
much
something
of breeze.
amazing
This
to show you
spot
that
is
demands
very
your
hard
attention.
to
This way, everyone. Over here.
hide in when you're... Stealth sucks.
This way, everyone. Over here.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nirn root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Falma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on.
Well,
Are you talking
time
about
is
the
up.
snow
Come
elves?
back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
Goths be
Looks
praised.
like I
Waste
chose the right
time.
person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch.
What's been going on?
Nah. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
I can handle it.
All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Okay, I've already been through the Ratway
Buying and selling fine jewelry
with the
here.
Esbern main quest, so the bridge should be down. All the... Most of the bad guys on the way in are named. There's like Droth up front here. They're... I don't know. They're gone. What's his name? Gian the Fist or whatever. They're gone. Yeah. My shadow merchant is a fence, and I don't really steal much. I mean, I used to. My God. But
Give it up, Brynjolf. Those days are over.
I don't much
I'm
anymore.
telling you, This one is different.
If you're looking for conversation,
We've
the
all heard
flagon
that one
isn't the
before,
place.
Bryn. Quit kidding
Well,
yourself.
well. Calling me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again.
I don't think the Thieves Guild ever mentions that you're the Dragonborn. I don't know why I bothered. This place is a mess.
If you were expecting a palace, then maybe you're not cut out for this line of work.
Ooh.
Our methods involve secrecy
Someone's
and
upset he doesn't have a
discretion.
broom.
Now, if you're done belly aching like a child, how about
Who's
handling a
belly
few
aching like a
deadbeats for
child?
me?
You just told the truth. Deadbeats, what they do?
They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways.
Sounds good. Who are they?
Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization.
How'd you want me to handle it?
Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business.
Consider it done.
Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be here when you're done.
Vekel and me, we have a thing going. Try anything with him. It's bad.
I just wish the Thieves Guild had the slightest ounce of a sense of humor. There's very little, like, entertainment value in doing the quest line. All you get is a hatred of Mercer Frey. So they succeeded way too well in just making seedy lowlifes be seedy lowlifes with no character.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
I grew up hearing songs about Isle of the Bay. What is it, Elf?
So, can I interest you in anything today?
I have a message from Brynjolf.
What? Oh, it's one of you people. So Brynjolf doesn't even bother to show up himself anymore, eh? What's this message?
Simple. You don't pay, bad things happen.
Petty threats and fist-waving are not going to sway me. You people are all talk, and everyone knows it. You demand payment for protection, and you can't even protect yourselves.
We can protect ourselves, trust me.
Don't fool yourself. It's only a matter of time before you people are run out of Riften. Until next time. So, can I interest you in it? Today?
My
I
husband
can't
knows
believe you're
the
doing
depth
this.
of it.
Stop!
He spends too much. Oh my word.
Please, I don't have anything to pay you with. Don't destroy my urn.
Oh my word.
Huh.
Until next time.
Stop! That's priceless!
Not anymore.
Just pay them, Bersi.
No! You're going to break it!
Yeah.
Just pay them, Bersi.
Stop! That's priceless!
It'd be cool if I could
Oh
break
my
it.
word.
There we go.
No! That urn was priceless!
That was from Brynjolf. Get the message?
I can't believe you did that. You people are monsters!
Yeah.
You demand payment for protection, and you can't even protect yourselves!
Yep.
Take your coin, and tell Brynjolf to leave us alone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it's gonna go. Hey, Bersi. Oh, won't let me talk to him anymore, huh?
I hope you're here for friendlier reasons now.
Yeah.
After all, I'm all paid up.
Yeah, I'm gonna invest in your business.
Excellent. I think you'll be glad that you made this decision. Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use. I hope Brynjolf chokes on his gold.
Yeah. He's a jerk. Yeah, I guess I always thought they had taken out loans, but no, it's protection money.
What do you want?
You might want to talk some sense into Karava.
With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people.
Then help me convince her to pay.
Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Here for a room or something to drink? Show me some coin first.
Are you ready to pay Brynjolf what you owe?
No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn.
Maybe I should visit that farm in Morrowind.
How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them.
Then pay up and I'll forget about it.
Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
What do you need? My skill in...
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
And I went the wrong way in Riften, folks. In Riften. How do you go the wrong way in Riften? I love this note. I read it every time I come by. Until next time. Sweet Helga, last night was the most wonderful night of my life. The things you showed me, the things we did, I could never have dreamt that it was possible. Who even knew that someone could manipulate their body in that manner while wearing Daedric armor boots? You are a true master of the Debellan arts, my love. A credit to your religion. Perhaps we'll meet again soon, but next time, allow me to bring the trout. Your secret lover. That is awesome. See? Humor. Humor is key.
It's you. Please, don't hurt me.
I have a message from Brynjolf.
I know who you are. You've been terrorizing the entire city. Please, there's no need for that here. Message understood. Here, I even have the payment.
Good.
All hail the Dragonborn.
Thank you.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Roka, you're just, I mean, Roka's just so crabby, but she's just, like, so open with being crabby that I like her.
I'm not here to hold your hand. Figure this one out for
So,
yourself.
job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive.
Here's what they owed us.
Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful.
What's next then?
Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit.
If there's more gold where that came from, I'm in.
That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here.
Before we go, I have to ask.
What's on your mind?
Word is your outfit isn't doing well. True?
We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about.
Sure.
Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
Yeah, I don't care what you think. I don't really like any of them. They're no fun. And all the notes in here are about them being mean to each other.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. You do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, I understand.
Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me.
So how do I get my cut of the spoils?
Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing.
The blade's always clean.
You should talk with Delvin, Mallory, and Vex.
No, actually my bow's
They know
pretty
their
clean
way
too.
around
It's
this
the
place,
arrows.
and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor.
Tell me about the Golden Glow job.
Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouth wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house.
What's the catch?
The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did.
Makes sense.
Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients.
What should I do about Arengoth?
Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Alright, I have a... I can't use the cistern yet?
Name's Rune. Yeah, Rune. Just like your thing.
Wait, is this the cistern? No. Oh, this is... Oh, that was... Okay, never mind, I went the wrong way. Who's surprised? That's the, Yeah, okay.
Ah, you made it. Good to see you, my friend. I'll never forget how you saved my life from those Thalmor
Oh,
maniacs.
hey! That's you? Hey, Etienne.
Good to see you again, friend.
Cool. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna head over to Rolling Manor. Read a book, take a nap. So, I have a mod called Thieves Guild Requirements. Once I finish with the main quest of the Thieves Guild, you're supposed to take extra jobs. Now, I could do that concurrently with me doing the rest of everything else, but I don't want to. So, I'm going to let that hang fire for a while, and the mod that I have cuts that renewal quest down significantly. So with the main quest, you become the leader of the Thieves Guild, but if you really want to return the Thieves Guild to its prior glory, that is a whole new elaborate quest line. So I will make that its own separate thing. And I believe the original calls for doing like 5 jobs or so in each hold. Now this is another one of those quests that I have done the hard way. I did it on vanilla legendary survival with no fast travel, and while all of the quests were random. So say you had to do 5 jobs in Whiterun, that meant doing a job and then returning to either Vex or Devlin and asking them for a new job and hoping that that job is where you wanted it to be. I believe the mods that I have now should allow me to choose where the job is going to be, and also make it so that I only need to do 1 job per area instead of 5. So it should go much faster, but I haven't tested these mods. I have finished the Thieves Guild line since putting in the mod list, but I haven't returned it to former glory. So we'll see. I do know that even in vanilla... Oh. This chair doesn't let me read. Even in vanilla, some of the quest lines bug out. So although it's very simple to do stuff like change ledgers, and that's usually what I would pick, those are bugged. Nearly 100% of the time. I go and the ledgers are bugged. I have to abandon the quest, choose another one. So I'll be picking something else. A Dance in Fire, Volume 5, by Waylon Jarth. Soap! The forest will eat love! What? Okay, I don't know what that means, but I'm going to commit. Soap! The forest will eat love! Straight ahead, stupid! And a stupid cow! The voice boomed out so suddenly that Dekimiscati jumped. He stared off into the dim jungle glade from which he only heard animal and insect calls and the low whistling of wind movements before. It was a queer, oddly accented voice of indiscriminate gender, tremulous in its modulations, but unmistakably human, or at very least, elven. An isolated Bosmer, perhaps, with a poor grasp of the Cyrodiilic language? After countless hours of plodding through the dense knot of Valenwood jungle, any voice of slight familiarity sounded wondrous. "Hello?" he cried. "Beetles on any name?" "Beetles on any names? Certainly, yesterday, yes," the voice called back. "Who, what, and when? And mice?" "I'm afraid I don't understand," replied Scotty, turning toward the brambled tree, thick as a wagon, where the voice had issued. "But you needn't be afraid of me. My name is Dekimiscati. I'm a Cyrodiil from the Imperial City. I came here to help recruit Valenwood after the war, you see, and now I'm rather lost." "Gemstones and grilled slaves. The war," moaned the voice and broke down into sobs. "You know about the war?" I wasn't even sure how far away from the border I am now." Scotty began slowly walking toward the tree. He dropped Regulus' satchel to the ground. and held out his empty hands. I'm unarmed. I only want to know the way to the closest town. I'm trying to meet my friend, Leotis Juris, in Sylvanar. Sylvanar! The voice laughed. It laughed even louder as Scotty circled the tree. Worms and wine, worms and wine. Sylvanar sings for worms and wine. There was nothing to be found anywhere around the tree. I don't see you. Why are you hiding? In frustration born of hunger and exhaustion, he struck the tree trunk. A sudden shiver of gold and red erupted from a hollow nook above, and Scotty was surrounded by 6 winged creatures, scarcely more than a few inches long. Bright crimson eyes were set on either side of tunnel-like protuberances, the animals' always open mouths. They were legless, and their thin, rapidly beating aureate wings seemed poorly constructed to transport their fat, swollen bodies, and yet they darted through the air like sparks from a fire. Whirling about the poor clerk, they began chattering what he now understood to be perfect nonsense. Wines and worms, how far from the border am I? Academic garnishments, and alas, Leotis Juris. Hello, I'm afraid I am unarmed. Smoke and flames, and the closest town is dear oblivion. Swollen on bad meat, an indigo nimbus, but you needn't be afraid of me. Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Before I begin to friend, love me, Lady Zuleka. Furious with the mimics, Scotty swung his arms, driving them up into the treetops. He stomped back to the clearing and opened up the satchel again, as he had done some hours before. There was still, unsurprisingly, nothing useful in the bag, and nothing to eat in any corner or pocket. A goodly amount of gold, he smiled grimly, as he had done before, at the irony of being financially solvent in the jungle. A stack of neat blank contracts from Lord Vanek's building commission, some thin cord, and an oiled leather cloak for bad weather. At least, Scotty considered, he had not suffered rain. A rolling moan of thunder reminded Scotty of what he had suspected for some weeks now. He was cursed. Within an hour's time, he was wearing the cloak and clawing his way through mud. The trees, which had earlier allowed no sunlight in, provided no shelter against the pouring storm and wind. The only sounds that pierced the pelting of the rain were the mocking calls of the flying creatures, flitting just above, babbling their nonsense. Scotty bellowed at them through rocks, but they seemed enamored of his company. When he was reaching to grab a promising-looking stone to hurl at his tormentors, Scotty felt something shift beneath his feet. Wet but solid ground suddenly liquefied and became a rolling tide, rushing him forward. Light as a leaf, he flew head over feet, overhead, until the mud flow dropped and he continued forward, plunging down into a river 25 feet below. The storm passed quite as instantly as it had arrived. The sun melted the dark clouds and warmed Scotty as he swam for the shore. There, another sign of the Khajiiti incursion into Valenwood greeted him. A small fishing village had stood there once, so recently extinct that it smoldered like a still-warm corpse. Dirt cairns that had once housed fish by the smell of them had been ravaged, their bounty turned to ash. Rafts and skiffs lay broken, scuttled, half submerged. All the villages were no more, either dead or refugees far away, or so he presumed. Something banged against the wall of one of the ruins. Scotty ran to investigate. My name is Takumi Scotty, sang the first winged beast. I'm a Cyrodiil from the Imperial City. I came here to help rebuild Valenwood after the war, you see, and now I'm rather lost. I swell to maculate, Ape Neck, agreed one of its companions. I don't see you. Why are you hiding? As he fell into chattering, Scotty began to search the rest of the village. Surely the cats had left something behind, a scrap of dried meat, a morsel of fish, sausage, anything. But they had been immaculate in their complete annihilation. There was nothing to eat anywhere. Scotty did find one item of possible use under a tumbled remains of a stone hut, a bow and 2 arrows made of bone. The string had been lost, likely burned away in the heat of the fire, but he pulled the cord from Regulus's satchel and restrung it. The creatures flew over and hovered nearby as he worked. The convent of the sacred Leotis Juris? You know about the war. Worms and wine circumscribe a golden host, Ape Neck. The moment the cord was taut, Scotty knocked an arrow and swung around, pulling the string tight against his chest. The winged beasts, having had experience with archers before, shot off in all directions in a blur. They needn't have bothered. Scotty's first arrow dove into the ground 3 feet in front of him. He swore and retrieved it. The mimics, having likewise had experience with poor archers before, returned at once to hover nearby and mock Scotty. On his second shot, Scotty did much better. In purely technical terms, he remembered how the archers in Falinesti looked when he pulled himself out from under the Horvar tick, and they were all taking aim at him. He extended his left hand, and right elbow in a symmetrical line, drawing the bow so his hand touched his jawline, and he could see the creature in his sight like the arrow was a finger he was pointing with. The arrow missed the target only by 2 feet, but it continued on its trajectory, snapping when it struck a rock wall. Scotty walked to the river's edge. He had only 1 arrow left, and perhaps he considered it would be most practical to find a slow-moving fish and fire it on that. If he missed, at least there was less of a chance of breaking the shaft, and he could always retrieve it from the water. A rather torpid whiskered fish rolled by, and he took aim at it. "My name is Decimus Scotty," one of the creatures howled, frightening the fish away. "Stupid and a stupid cow. Will you dance a dance in fire?" Scotty turned and aimed the arrow as he had done before. This time, however, he remembered to plant his feet, as the archers had done, 7 inches apart, knees straight, left leg slightly forward to meet the angle of his right shoulder. He released the last arrow. The arrow also proved a serviceable prong for roasting the creature against the smoking hot stones of one of the ruins. Its other companions had disappeared instantly after the beast was slain, and Scotty was able to dine in peace. The meat proved to be delicious. It was scarcely more than a first course. He was picking the last of it from the bones when a boat sailed into view from beyond the bend of the river. At the helm were Bosmer sailors. Scotty ran to the bank and waved his arms. They averted their eyes and continued past. "You bloody callous bastards!" Scotty howled. "Knaves! Hooligans! Ape-necks! Scoundrels!" A gray, whiskered form came out from a hatch, and Scotty immediately recognized him as Griff Malin, the poet translator he had met in the caravan from Cyrodiil. He peered in Scotty's direction, and his eyes lit up with delight. "Decimus Scotty! Precisely the man I hoped to see. I want to get your thoughts on a rather puzzling passage in the Menoriad Playbar. It begins, 'I went weeping into the world, searching for wonders.' Perhaps you're familiar with it." "I'd like nothing better than to discuss the Menoriad Playbar with you, Griff," Scotty called back. "Would you let me come aboard, though, first?" Overjoyed at being on a ship bound for any port at all, Scotty was true to his word. For over an hour, the boat rolled down the river past the blackened remnants of Bosmeri villages. He asked no questions and spoke nothing of his life over the past few weeks. He merely listened to Malon's theories of Merethic Aldmeri esoterica. The translator was undemanding of his guest's scholarship, accepted nods and shrugs as civilized conversation. He even produced some wine and fish jelly, which he shared with Scotty absent-mindedly as he expounded on his various theses. Finally, when Malin was searching for a reference to some minor point in his notes, Scotty asked, "Rather off subject, but I was wondering where we're bound?" "The very heart of the province. Sylvanar," Malin said, not looking up from the passage he was reading. "It's somewhat bothersome, actually, as I wanted to go to Woodhearth first to talk to a Bosmer there who claims to have an original copy of Dirith Valmilihat, if you can believe it. But for the time being, that has to wait. Somerset Isle has surrounded the city, and it is in the process of starving out the citizenry until they surrender. It's a tiresome prospect, since the Bosmeri are happy to eat one another, so there's a risk that at the end only one fat wood elf will remain to wave the flag." "That is vexing," agreed Scotty sympathetically. "To the east, the Khajiit are burning everything, and to the west, the High Elves are waging war. I don't suppose the borders to the north are clear?" "They're even worse," replied Melon, finger on the page, still distracted. "The Cyrodiils and Redguards don't want Bosmer refugees streaming into their provinces. It only stands to reason. Imagine how much more criminally inclined they'd be now that they're homeless and hungry." "So, murmured Scotty, feeling a shiver. We're trapped in Valenwood. Not at all. I need to leave fairly shortly myself, as my publisher has set a very definite deadline for my new book of translations. From what I understand, one merely petitions to the Sylvanar for special border protection, and one can cross a Cyrodiil with impunity. Petition the Sylvanar or petition the Sylvanar? Petition the Sylvanar at Sylvanar. It's an odd nomenclature that is typical of this place. The sort of thing that makes my job as a translator that much more challenging. Sylvanar, he, or rather, they are the closest the Bosmeri have to a great leader. The essential thing to remember about the Sylvanar, Malin smiled, finding the passage he was looking for. Here! A fortnight, inexplicable, the world burns into a dance. There's that metaphor again. What were you saying about the Sylvanar? Asked Scotty. The essential thing to remember? I don't remember what I was saying, replied Melon, turning back to his oration. In a week's time, the little boat bumped along the shallow, calmer waters of the foaming current the silo had become. When Decimus Scotty first saw the city of Sylvanar, if Falinesti was a tree, then Sylvanar was a flower. A magnificent pile of faded shades of green, red, blue, and white, shining with crystalline residue. Malin had mentioned offhand, when not otherwise explaining Aldmeri prosody, that Sylvanar had once been a blossoming glade in the forest, but owing to some spell or natural cause, the tree's sap began flowing with translucent liquor. The process of the sap flowing and hardening over the colorful trees had formed the web of the city. Malin's description was intriguing, but it hardly prepared him for the city's beauty. What is the finest, most luxurious tavern here? Scotty asked one of the Bosmer boatmen. Prithala Hall, Malin answered. But why don't you stay with me? I'm visiting an acquaintance of mine, a scholar I think you'll find fascinating. His hovel isn't much, but he has the most extraordinary ideas about the principles of the Merethic Aldmeri tribe, the Sarmathi. Under any other circumstances, I would happily accept, said Scotty graciously, but after weeks of sleeping on the ground or on a raft and eating whatever I could scrounge, I feel the need for some indulgent creature comforts. And then, after a day or two, I'll petition the Sylvanar for safe passage to Cyrodiil. The men bade each other goodbye. Griff Mellon gave him the address of his publisher in the Imperial City, which Scotty accepted and quickly forgot. The clerk wandered the streets of Sylvanar, crossing bridges of amber, admiring the petrified forest architecture. In front of a particularly estimable palace of silvery, reflective crystal, he found Prithala Hall. He took the finest room and ordered a gluttonous meal of the finest quality. At a nearby table he saw two very fat fellows, a man and a Bosmer, remarking how much finer the food was there than at the Sylvanar's palace. They began to discuss the war and some issues of finance and rebuilding provincial bridges. The man noticed Scotty looking at them, and his eyes flashed recognition. Scotty, is that you? Kinnereth, where have you been? I've had to make all the contacts here on my own. At the sound of his voice, Scotty recognized him. The fat man was Leonis Juris, vastly engorged. Cats of Skyrim. A report by Alda Tweel. I have been sent to this frigid wasteland to catalog and study any of its indigenous cats, which has so far been uneventful. After months of wandering, I have so far only encountered some variations of the same basic species. In my travels, I have encountered several Khajiit outcasts from their clans who've taken on residence in Skyrim. They've been most unhelpful, probably for fear I'd expose their locations. I can't say I'm surprised that there are a few Khajiit here. It's cold and unwelcoming. Saber cats are basic giant cats that have evolved to dangerously sharp front teeth. The average saber cat has a reddish-brown fur, which it uses to blend into grassy regions, but I have observed them skulking and sleeping on rocks, so I don't believe the fur is for camouflage. The primary attacks of the saber cat are its biting attack, and it can also briefly rear up and attack with its front claws. I have also seen it pounce forward on its prey on a particularly powerful attack. The snowy version of this saber cat has spotted white fur, which I believe it uses more for stalking than its cousin in the plains. tooth of the cat is rumored to be useful in potions that restore the imbiber's stamina, as well as a potion that will temporarily give a more keen eye for smithing. A skillful hunter can usually salvage the pelts and teeth of their kill, but report that the meat is tasteless and not fit to eat. Okay. This is a weird thing about this bed here. I used, instead of sleeping, it's giving me a lay on my back animation, and using the E key to get up is only activating the storage behind me. So unstuck me. Attempting to unstuck player animation. Okay. Jump key helped. Good. I am unstuck. Thank you, animation. Yeah, see, use pillow, sleep bed. Okay. Weird little thing in this home. Dangerous pillow. Beware the pillow. Okay, Golden Glow, which can often be a royal pain in the ass, is probably going to be pretty easy for me at this point. So when I play evil characters, they tend to go to Thieves Guild first and Assassin's Guild second, although a really evil character will go to Assassin's Guild first. I haven't done this enough so that I actually remember exactly how the house works. It's multi-level. I can get lost. But I do try to do this without killing anybody, which is the actual challenge. Sneaking around isn't so hard. Evading everybody is more of the challenge. Okay, it's gonna have me... Yeah, let's back out. Okay. So that's why bringing followers isn't great. You want to be able to sneak by this guy, sneak by this guy, and I shouldn't have any issues. Do it all without murder. I don't really have a problem with murder. The Assassin's Guild, I murder everybody they tell me to. Otherwise, what is the point of doing the quest line, right? Avoid that guy. I'm already lost. Okay. Well, I'm on the other side of the house from the safe. Ugh. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Okay. Around the outside here. Yeah, I'd make a terrible thief. I would have to be bringing up the map all the time. You just hear that rustling of paper constantly? Okay. Yeah, my sneak at 92 makes this really easy. My sneak's usually okay to get by, especially if I have invisibility potions, which I usually do. But if you bring a follower who does not specialize in sneak, you're going to start a lot of fights. And you're going to kill a bunch of people. Or you're going to reload a lot. And the single most evil act in this game is burning beehives. I mean, what did these guys do to you? I mean, trash the mead-making apparatus or something. Why? I mean, how evil do you gotta be to do this? Ah, the peaceful night. The cries of the pissed off otters. Okay. Absolutely nobody saw me. That's the way we like it. We're good. So, the Mages Guild, you can obviously get through there with, like, no problem as long as you have the basic, spells, which they give you along the way. It's mostly puzzles. This is flat out skill check. So, I usually don't do these until later.
I'm the heavy hitter around here. But someone needs
Word on the street is Golden Glow's been hit. Good job, lass.
Thank you. Yes, and here's what was in the safe.
Let me take a look at what you found. Arengoth sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury when she's been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be?
Yeah, it's Mercer Frey. No idea.
Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer.
Yeah, you do that.
But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name.
Yeah, all these suspicious fuckers and they never even suspicious themselves. It wasn't me, I didn't do it. Yeah, it's about time I met her.
Don't sound so eager. It's not a social visit. It's business.
Ugh. What does Maven want from me?
That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Don't worry about it. Maven's business dealings usually involve quite a bit of gold for her people.
Okay.
Of course you can buy me a drink.
So Maven is now
What is
Jarl.
it, Elf?
Yeah, she's the Jarl now. She's in the Jarl's palace.
Stay out of trouble, Elf.
So you're the one. You don't look so
I
impressive.
put you in fucking charge. I'm the best at what I do.
Is that confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance? Strange how often they're confused. You have
yeah.
to understand. It's been a long time since Brynjolf sent me anyone I can rely on.
I like her model. That's Cold Sun. Good job, Cold Sun. Thank you. You have no faith in the guild?
Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done and was it done correctly? There's no gray area.
You won't have that problem with me.
I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Honningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly.
Where do I begin?
Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Macius. He'll fill you in on all the details. One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so these guys are so, like, far underground up their own ass that they don't even know I'm the Dragonborn. Or that I put Maven in charge. Seems like a writing failure, guys. It's not about kissing my ass. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that, you know, for people that want to be smart and capable, to be missing out that much on current events.
Can't a man drink in peace?
You even said you're expecting me.
I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Honningbrew's owner, Sabjorn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's captain of the guard, and we're going to poison the mead.
You have the poison?
No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabjorn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem, and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well. You know what I mean?
How do I fit in?
You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabjorn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat.
Clever.
Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done.
Of course.
Now get going before Sabjorn
If anybody
grows a brain
has ever
and hires
actually
someone else to
brewed
do the dirty
their
work.
own mead, which we do. My husband brews mead. It's true. He does. You don't serve anybody right out of the vat.
Remember,
But
Sabjorn will
these
be
writers
needed.
probably don't understand the intricacies of mead brewing. Or any alcohol, by the way. So just on a sheer cooking standpoint, fail. You brew And then you age, ladies and gentlemen. Good mead takes... good mead takes time. It gets sweeter.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here?
Is something wrong?
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunning Brew Reserve for the captain of the guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined.
I might be able to help.
Oh, really? And I don't suppose you'd just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done.
That's the only way I operate.
Oh, very well. Here's half. You'll get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
How do I permanently clear the vermin?
I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy, good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back.
You got a deal?
Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
Why that skeever is marked as quest, I don't know. Ugh. Explosive arrows on a skeever. It's a little overkill, don't you think? Hey, sweetheart. Ooh, you can jump. Nobody mentioned the giant spiders?
Is someone there?
Now, this is a little bit of an Easter egg. If you know the story of the Pied Piper, it's the Pied Piper of Hamelin. And this is Hamelin. Different spelling. Hamelin's journal. 10 years of ridicule, 10 years of imprisonment, 10 years of exile. The children threw rocks, and the women spat upon me as the menfolk dragged me into the white-rimmed prison. They branded me a danger to their pitiful existence, used words like madman and insane. Could a madman escape the prisons undetected? Could a lunatic establish a laboratory right under their noses? Could a psychopath create a mighty armory of the common skeever? Yeah, actually, yes to all of those. My days as an apprenticed alchemist in Winterhold were no better. Those egotistical braggarts couldn't compete with my abilities. Where they fell short, I'd constantly excel. Did they appreciate my genius? Did they relish my contributions? No. My instructors beat me and said I was irresponsible, and the Archmage cast me into the street like a common beggar. As my enemy grows complacent and weak, as they forget Hamelin and his utter brilliance, I build my army. I use every bit of knowledge at my disposal to forge their demise. Thanks to Sabjorn's unwitting assistance, my legion grows stronger every day. The irony that the same ingredients used to make his vile drink could be used to feed my offspring isn't lost upon me. Oh, they will pay. Their ignorance of impending annihilation amuses me. I will bury Whiterun and watch Winterhold burn. And when they experience the fury I've unleashed upon them, when my progeny are gnawing the flesh from their bones, they will come begging and groveling at my feet. But there will be no mercy, no quarter, and no leniency. And I will laugh, and I will dance, and I will rejoice over their mangled, broken corpses. The time for recompense has arrived. 10 years of pain, 10 years of misery, 10 years of death. Oh boy. So, that happened.
I can't wait to see Sabjorn squirm.
Was something we discussed unclear?
Job's finished.
Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished.
What about my pay?
You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
Well, Sabjorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your mead?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Hunning Brew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come now. This is mead, not some wine to be sipped and savored.
This game does not understand mead. Mead is wine.
By the 8.
It's honey wine.
What's in this?
It's not anything like beer.
I don't know.
They don't know what they're talking about.
You assured me this place was
One
clean.
glass of mead can
see
kick
to it
your
that
ass
you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
pretty hard.
No, please. I don't understand.
Silence, idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg you, please. This is not what it seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach. We'll see how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
I said, move.
Farewell, Sabjorn. I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften?
I need to get a look at Sabjorn's books.
So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
Well, that's helpful. Uppy, uppy, up, 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 up. Okay. Promissory note. Sabjorn, within the enclosed crate you'll find the final payment. As we discussed, Huntington Meadery should now begin brewing mead at full production. In regards to your concerns about interference from Maven Blackbriar, I can assure you that I'll do everything in my power to keep her assets and her cronies at bay. This is the beginning of a long and successful future for both of us. Fred. Letter to Sabjorn. Sabjorn, this is my third and final offer. I feel that I've been more than generous with the amounts I've stated to buy your meadery. There's no reason for competition to stifle both of our businesses. Unified, we could make Blackbriar Mead a household name and bury anyone else who tries to start a similar business in Skyrim. If you wish to accept my offer, please come to Riften and stay at my manor as a guest. I think you'll find that being a part of the Blackbriar family would be both lucrative and life-saving. Maven. Yep, she did tell you. Hey, that lady's not wearing any clothes. Yep. Jump. I want to go now.
I can't believe that worked.
Now, they made me Thane of Markarth by putting that Thane in charge and kicking out the old one. I wonder if the same thing happens in Riften. I'm gonna go speak to, Layla Lawgiver was taken out of power. Maven was put in.
I trust you have good news for me?
I'm gonna go speak to the, assistant in the castle. Job's finished. Here's the information you requested.
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol.
Yes, I've seen that symbol before.
Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves' Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services. I believe we're done.
An ebony dagger. Honey, you cannot afford me. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can get Honeyside. And if I'm a Thane here already. Because Layla Lawgiver would have had to give me the Skooma quest. I don't know if she's around anymore. I doubt that Maven gives a shit about Skooma.
Yes, milady.
Now that the Empire's arrived
supposedly involved the dragon, it killed several soldiers before it departed. Yes, milady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case. I'm Riften's appointed steward.
Ah, okay.
How
He's
can
not
I
a
help?
steward. I'd like to buy a purchase a house in the city. 8,000 gold.
Splendid. There's a house available
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. So yeah.
Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home.
I'd like to decorate.
I'll
my
be
home.
glad to help you. There are many ways to improve your home, provided you have the coin. And of course, don't forget to consult your home decorating guide for descriptions of the decorations you can buy. Now, what would you like to purchase? As you wish. Speak to me again. I'll be glad to. And of course, now, what would you like to? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well, I'll make the... Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? You do well to remember who's in charge around here.
Yeah. I like this lady. Sense of humor.
Did we have an appointment? No. It was a delivery? I can't remember.
I'd like to make an investment in your business.
An investment? Very well. I don't see why not. Thank you. When I have the time, I'll try to think how best to use this.
What has you so preoccupied?
Someone actually interested in what I'm doing. Amazing! Well, allow me to explain. My experimentation involves a magical construct and a reagent that will allow the construct to maintain a field of permanent harmonic energy.
I would use the blue thing.
The blue thing? But even the simplest harmonic field is composed of entirely... Wait just a moment. The blue thing. Yes. I can see your point. Draw out the necessary energies using a Jarl apparatus. But wait. What about soul reversal? You must be aware of the consequences when using the apparatus near an open magic field.
How about using calipers?
Calipers? That's utterly ridiculous. Maybe long ago you could just find calipers in every household across Tamriel, but not anymore. Hold on. You've given me a brilliant idea. Just as calipers hold materials in place, a soul siphon can hold magic fields in place. Genius! And I'm sure you've completely worked out how to counteract complete dimensional collapse, right?
Swallow a soul gem?
Are you completely insane? Swallow a soul gem? That has to be the most brilliant and unexpected solution I've heard in a long time. It solves all of my problems and keeps the field stable. Now all I need... Wait, what were we talking about?
You appear to need help getting organized.
Yes, I could use some help with that. An assistant, perhaps? No. Maybe a familiar. No, too messy. Well, at any rate, organization is not my strong suit. Not at all. I need as much help as I can get. In fact, if you could retrieve a few things for me, I could start on my next set of experiments.
What did you need me to get?
As you can imagine, I tend to forget things often. Leave things around. I really must learn to put these things away. What I need is my Dwemer stirring spoon, my orichalcum ingot, and my grand soul gem. In fact, I could use them immediately. Bring those items back to me, and I'll be happy to experiment on you. No, that isn't right. I'd be happy to reward you.
Point the way and I'll get them.
Excellent. I can't wait. Well, why are you still standing here? Oh, right. You need to know where they are. That would help. I have to remember.
I love Willandria.
Ward first, then summon.
She is much needed comic relief. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Celea loves apple pies.